like, what do you mean I take me to labor? I'm not in labor. My contractions, I can barely feel them. My water's not broken. What do you mean when you say labor? Hi guys, my name is Nobukumalo and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, and if you're coming back, thank you so much for your continued support and welcome back. In case you're wondering who I am a wife, I am a mother, I'm a lawyer, but at the core of that, I'm just a girl who loves talking and sharing her life's experiences with you guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. And today we continue our journey on the, road to mom. If you haven't watched my past few videos, please go ahead and watch them. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do me a favor by clicking the subscribe button down below and also turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you'll be notified and you won't skip a beat. So as you can tell from the title of this video today, I'm sharing my delivery story. Without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into it. So, the Friday before I was due to give birth on the Monday, in terms of when my 40 weeks was going to be, I had like my 40-week checkup, which is technically like 39 weeks plus 4 days. But yeah, I had my 40-week checkup. And you'll recall that in my previous video, I did say that I was flagged as high risk for preeclampsia. So I went for that, when I went for that test, they tested my urine and they checked my blood pressure. So the midwife who checked my blood pressure was like, your blood pressure is a bit high. And then when she tested my urine, she was like, I see some traces of protein. So protein is one of the indicators of preeclampsia coming on, and if your blood pressure is also high, that increases the risk of things going wrong, right? So it's like, your blood pressure and your protein are making me a bit nervous. So I think I'm going to refer you to it's called the maternal and fetal assessment unit, which is sort of like where the doctors are, because all these assessments were being done by midwives. So now when she's a bit worried, then she'll send you to where like the doctors can see you or the OB. So I went there, got me into a bed, and like, okay, we're going to monitor your baby's heartbeat and whether they're kicking to see if everything is going well. And they gave me a clicker to say each time you hear the baby kick, click this, so that we know how many times they are, kicking in an hour. Was it an hour? I think, or 10 minutes, I don't remember. And then they also checked my blood pressure, and they're like, I mean, it is a bit high, but it's not like alarmingly high. And then they checked my urine as well. It's like, I mean, there are some traces of urine, but like, it's not abnormal. So now I was a bit confused because on the one side, the other one was like, oh my gosh, this is worrying. We really need to get you seen by the doctors. And then this doctor saying, yeah, I can see it, but the other one is being an alarmist, but it's not that bad. But anyway, let's assess the baby and see if the baby is doing okay. So I sat in there. I don't remember how long I sat for. Rather, I laid on the bed for maybe it wasn't an hour. I think it was much less than that because baby happened to be kicking a lot. So I think after I got to a number of clicks, they're like, nah, baby's doing good, so no need to spend the hour. So they told me, okay, fine, baby's doing good, but we will, because you're already at term anyway, kind of a term, would suggest that you get an induction because you're high risk for preeclampsia, you're at full term, we don't want to take chances, so we would recommend an induction. So when I had induction, right, I wasn't immediately alarmed, one, because my pregnancy had been so difficult. So I always say, dude, I don't want to get to like more than 40 weeks. If anything, I used to pray with Lord, may this baby come before 40 weeks, because like if I have to carry that baby for like 42 weeks, I'm going to die literally. And coincidentally, my husband had been saying that this baby is coming this Friday, which was like 3 days before I was due. So they're like, so we would suggest that you get an induction just to be on the safe side, because they checked and like I wasn't dilated or anything. I was not in labor in any way. I had 0 contractions. So they're like, our recommendation is that let's get an induction. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me talk to him. Let's discuss a bit. Then my husband was like, what should we do? That I was like, bro, I'm now tired and I'm not against an induction. Let's just go ahead and do it. So like, okay, fine. So go home, get your stuff packed, and then we'll give you a call once there's a bed available. It can happen tonight, it can happen tomorrow morning. But if you haven't heard from us within 24 hours, then you must call us and find out what's going on. So went home. I got home with my mom and my sister were there. I'm like, okay, it looks like, I'm getting an induction tomorrow. We need to get this baby out. And yeah, and then I remember that day I was feeling so heavy, which is normal because like I'm telling you, I was close to 40 weeks. So like I was feeling so heavy. I remember like my pubic area and my crotch, it was really heavy. And yeah, I'm just like, I can't believe that, we're going to have this baby. In my head, I'm like, we're going to have this baby by Sunday. Because I'm like, if they induce me tomorrow, based on my friend's experience, like it took, I think, over 12 hours between the time that the induction happened and the baby came. So in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have my baby in my arms on Sunday. Yay, can't wait. But also, like, it was kicking in with, oh my, like, it's happening. Like, I'm going to have to push this baby out. Like, it's really happening. But yeah, I think I was excited also just to like, one, at the prospect of meeting my baby, but also because I was so tired. I was just like, Lord, can you just like take care of this? So went to bed, no phone call. Woke up in the morning, no phone call. Around 10 a.m. we get a phone call. Hi, you're supposed to be having an induction. I'm like, yes, I'm supposed to have an induction. They're like, okay, we have a bed from like 2 p.m. Are you able to come in and be here by 1:30? I'm like, I'll be there. Immediately told my mom, my sister had gone to church that day, told my husband and my mom that, okay, it looks like we're going to have a bed at 2, so they want me to come in at like 1:30. Got everything ready. We're like, this is happening. Now I'm getting also scared because I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to like push, but I'm like excited anyway because baby's on the way. So we go to the hospital and we literally walking like a duck at this point because like baby was now like proper heavy. So we go to the hospital, we get there, they book me in, put me on the bed. And then they do the whole fetal monitoring again. So they put like this, I'll see if I can put a picture somewhere here of how they do the monitoring. So they would put like these monitors, like to tell the heartbeat and the movement and all that. So I'm chilling in there. So like we have to monitor you for about an hour and then we'll induce and then we'll give you the medication to induce and then the process starts. They explain the whole process. So it might take so many hours and then if nothing's happening by 8 hours, then we'll give you another one. Things like that. They like, told me the whole process. I'm like, I'm game, sign me up, I'm ready. So I'm chilling there during the assessment time. A couple of minutes pass, maybe about 30 minutes. One of the midwives comes in, was it a nurse? I don't remember. And they come in, they're like, are you feeling any contractions? I'm like, I'm not feeling contractions. Like, I'm feeling like kicks and pains and a bit of like tightening, which like I've been feeling for a few days, but I don't think it's contractions. Then she looks at like I don't know science terms, but like the chart, and she's like, see, that's a contraction and that's a contraction. And I'm like, so if that's a contraction, then I must be easy peasy, because like I'm saying, to me it didn't feel like a contraction, but she's like, this is actually contractions. Did you feel something at this point? I'm like, yeah, I did feel that. Then she's like, that's a contraction. I'm like, oh, that's a contraction. Okay, interesting. And then she looks at the baby's heartbeat readings. It's like, the baby's heartbeat is a bit faster than I would like. And then she chills for about a minute or two. It's like, yeah, the baby's heartbeat is a bit faster than I'd like. Let me get one of my colleagues to come and cross-check just in case I'm overreacting. She goes and she gets one of her colleagues to come, and she comes in and she looks at that thingy and she says, I think it was ranging about 179 or so over 90. Then she was immediately like, yep, this is too high. We're taking you to the labor ward now. I'm like, what do you mean I take me to labor ward? I'm not in labor. My contractions, I can barely feel them. My water's not broken. What do you mean when you say labor ward? Then she's like, yeah, baby's in distress. The heartbeat is too high. It means that baby wants to come out now, which means we have to skip this whole induction thing. We don't have time to give you the meds and then wait for 8 hours. And this baby wants to come now. So we have to take you down to the labor ward. So I'm like, okay, fine. So if you're not inducing me, but this baby needs to come now, what are you saying? It didn't click. Like, things happen so fast. Next thing, I'm being put and I'm being put in a wheelchair, wheeled down to the labor ward. So I get into this room, the labor room. Like, in no time, there were like about 10 or so people in there. One was checking my bloods here, the other was checking my BP, the other one was reading me a whole lot of stuff. The OBGYN and the surgeons came in. They're like, hi, lovely to see you. We heard from the midwives that we're having a bit of a situation here. Can we assess your baby for a bed? They come and with the manual, tools, and they put it around the baby, and they're like, yeah. This baby wants to come out now. Like, baby wants to come now. I'm like, okay, so the induction, they're like, yeah, it means we have to skip the induction. We don't have time for that. Which unfortunately means we have to go for a C-section. I'm like, eh? Like, guys, like, I knew that, things don't always go according to plan, but never in my mind did I think I'd actually have a C-section. Like, it's one of those things I was like, yeah, C-sections happen, not my portion. I'm gonna give birth naturally. So now when she's like, yeah, baby wants to come now, unfortunately we can't do injection, we have to go for a C-section. Like, I think I had stars, like I saw stars or had crickets for a while because I just didn't understand what was going on, and she's telling me all this while my arm is being propped this side, at the other side, and then someone is reading this, and other one is checking my feet, the other, like there was a lot going on in that room. Like within like no time, it was packed of people, and they're like, this baby needs to come now. So she's like, okay, nurses prep her for surgery. So now again, the anesthesiologist, whatever, comes. They tried to find a vein. They couldn't find a vein. They poked me. I don't know how many times. They couldn't find a vein. They're like, maybe you're a bit dehydrated, drank some water. That didn't help. So now they had to call I think, what do they call them? Radiologists, so that they use X-ray to find a vein for the blood. They called that, and then they came. This other person comes, and now she's reading me a consent form about the surgery and what could go wrong. That I consent to the surgery anyway. Guys, like when I say a lot was happening, and let me digress for a bit. The NHS has its problems. If you're not like pregnant or dying or coming out from an emergency, like an accident or something like that, you can expect that the NHS will call you when you're dead. Like if you have a problem with your foot that's painful, they can tell you to come for an X-ray 6 months from now. But when it comes to maternity care, I cannot overemphasize like just how brilliant they were. And also it matters which hospital you go to, because so generally for the GP, like you have to go to a GP that's kind of close to where you stay. Like you sign up and you register for your GP. That's kind of close to where you stay. I guess the idea is that, like for zoning purposes, and also the idea is that your GP should be easily accessible. But when it comes to your maternity care, you can register pretty much anywhere you want. So we registered at UCLH, which is the University College of London Hospital, which is like right in central London. And the care there is extremely, extremely good, especially in comparison to like the local hospitals you'll have in the suburbs. Why? Because the people who live in the middle of London, like the central London, where the money resides. So like where the money resides, the care is probably going to be better. It's not a perfect system. Should the care be the same everywhere? It should. Is it? No, it's not. So the more affluent the area, the better the NHS care is. So that's where we registered. So maybe that's why like the level of care was exceptional. I don't know. But like they treated my emergency like an emergency. I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I might lose this baby because we're not acting fast enough. If anything, I was so chilled, and everyone around me was running around like a duck, trying to make sure that the baby was safe. And in my head, I'm like, it's chill, guys. Like, what's going on? So yeah, I really kudos to the NHS for their maternity care, and kudos to the UCLH team for how they took care of me and my baby. So let's go back to the story. So they're like, okay, fine. This baby needs to come out now. Let's prep for surgery. Prep. Next thing, I'm being wheeled into surgery, and daddy's giving like scrubs. I'm like, are we doing this? We're like, we are doing this. Madam, like, oh my gosh, C-section. You know the horror stories about C-section. Oh, the recovery takes forever. I couldn't walk. I couldn't this, blah, blah, blah. In the winter, it gets cold. And like I'm saying, in my head, I had never treated it like a possibility. Like I knew that like if things go south, I might end up having a C-section. But it wasn't alive to me in that way. It wasn't like and this could actually happen now type of thing. It was I might not, So wheeled into surgery. Get into surgery, they tell me to like, up my back for the spinal thing. What's it called? Guys, I'm saying quickly, like I've totally forgotten. Lamba. I don't remember. But basically the thing to numb me, right? So that I can go through surgery. So my back is out like this, like I'm ready, I'm in position. And then I was like, wait. Now I'm like, what's going on? Then they're like, it looks like the baby's heartbeat is stabilizing. I'm like, because remember the baby's heartbeat had been at like 179, which is too high. It was supposed to be around 140. So like, yeah, it's coming down. It's now in the 150s. And I'm like, this baby is dramatic. Like, what is going on? So they immediately like, hold, tools down. Let's give this baby 10 minutes, monitor for 10 minutes, and then see. If it had calmed down, they said that then we'll go back to the original plan, which was like induction, takes about 8 or so hours, then labor kickstarts, and then. So I called my husband and I'm like, bruh, I'm already at the table. I'm already here. Like, I was primed to meet my baby now. Now I must go back and do an induction and like 8 plus 12 plus hours when I was already here. I'm like, bruh, I'm already here. Slice me up. And my husband's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm sure, bruh. Like, I was already mentally prepared for this. Also, they would also say that if we go back the induction route and then something happens, we might have to end up here again. I'm like, also, I don't want to be like, okay, fine, no, let's leave it and then take a risk one. What if something goes wrong quickly or very fast and then we don't have an opportunity to rectify it? Or what if I go through the induction process and like I end up back here again? I'm just like, I was ready anyway. Slice me up. And so at around 4:40, no, let me say around 4:35, they put in the let me call it the numbing injection. Put in the numbing injection, and you know, everything started to numb down. And then they were like, now we're ready. Put a sheet over me, obviously, so I couldn't see. And my husband was right there next to me, and we were like talking. It's like, are you stressed? I'm like, I am not even stressed. Like, when I tell you I was so chilled, I had zero panic in me. I don't know if it was denial or what, but like I had zero, no panic in me, no anxiety. In that moment, I was just at peace, guys. I was just like, this is what's happening. We're meeting our baby today. And I was just happy to be here. And then, yeah, they sliced me up. And at 4:41, I think it was 16:41, they held up my baby girl.
She's on her way out. Lift your head up. Don't put your hand over Tom. There we go. She's very happy. Oh, welcome. So we'll pop her down so she can get all the blood from the placenta. You sure? It is a girl. It is a girl. It is a girl. A lovely girl. A very wriggly girl. I can't believe it. I can't believe this here. You look so perfect. My tears, why are my tears not coming? I really like, do they numb even my tear down?
Right. Just borrow your hand.
How are you feeling? Feeling a bit chilly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to shorten the cord? Do you want to shorten the cord? Do you want to cut it?
Yeah. She's finally here, man. So calm. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm
And yeah, and that marked the beginning of this journey of parenting. And man, when I tell you, she's an absolute delight. She's an absolute delight. I actually cannot believe that we did that with God, of course, but like we did that. It's been such a beautiful experience. Nothing went according to plan. And, you know, if anyone asks me now what I would say to anyone who's expecting, I would say, you know, be prepared for things not to go according to plan. What matters is the health and safety of the baby and the sanity of you as a mother and your partner, if you have a partner. Otherwise, trying to control things, trying to make sure things go a certain ways, humming a line, is not important. It's not the priority. And, you know, the Bible says, you know, men plans, but God is the one who establishes, right? Like a person can build and build, but unless the Lord builds a house, you build in vain. So, yeah, that was me with a plan in my head. And it completely went south, but the result was beautiful all the same, because God makes all things beautiful in His time. And if we trust in the Lord with all our hearts and we lean not on our understanding, if we acknowledge Him in all our ways, He will direct your paths. And so, yeah, baby girl was here, and it's been such a delight. She's the most fascinating, fierce little human I've ever seen. It's so exciting how she has a personality and she's feisty. Looks like a dad for a good bit, but I think I'm shining through now. But yeah, that marked her debut into the world. So grateful to God for seeing us worthy to become parents. So grateful that I have an amazing husband who was like literally my rock through it all. So grateful that my mom and my sister also had come all the way from back home and were there with me, and had all the support that I could have ever asked for. Yeah, that is how my pregnancy ended. I wish I could say that's how matata ahami afela. I'm joking. I wish I could say that was the end to all my problems. Spoiler alert, I still have pubic bone pain about 5 months later. So yeah, my problems were temporarily over, but came back eventually. But yeah, we thank God for this rich blessing. And with that, this comes to the end of the pregnancy series. Now enters the baby series, talking all things baby, what has worked for me, what has not worked for me, things that I'm so happy I bought, things that were a complete waste of money, how we are doing with baby girl, what practices we're trying to ingrain in her, what parenting styles we're going with, and all that jazz. And I cannot wait to share that with you, because unlike what was the past, like which was a rehash of the past, now I'll be sharing what's currently going on. And to say I'm excited is a complete understatement. But watch the space, continue to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have comments, I enjoy reading your comments, and I always try to, you know, respond to each and everyone. Please pop them down below. If you have any ideas or any videos that you'd like me to shoot, if there's anything in this pregnancy journey that you think I didn't give much attention to and you would like more info on, pop it down below. Otherwise, it's been good. I'll see you guys again next time. Like, share, subscribe, call your friends, call your friends, call your friends. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye.